Ahoy, shipmates! What's happened to the weather? It's broken. Actually, no, really, this is more like typical English summer. I know why the weather's bad. I know exactly why the weather's bad. 100% I know why the weather's bad. It's because I'm going to a barbecue later. It looks like it's the coldest day of the year so far, and that's because I'm going to a barbecue. We have the HMM something or other. HMM Pride. I heard it on the radio, but I missed it. The Celebrity Apex, she's due away first. She's just waiting for the HMM Pride to go, and then she's going to go out straight after that.
Yeah, Celebrity Apex.
Oh, there's Celebrity Apex on the radio. And then after that, we have got the Iona, and then later on MSC Virtuosa, and apparently...
Apologies, can you repeat your passenger figure, please?
Apparently the wind is so bad, Iona's going to have a tug assistance. I was just looking at the... Nope, that's the map. I was just looking at the weather.
St. Malo, Southampton, VTS. All received, thank you. And no reported outbound traffic for you.
It is gusting over 20 knots, and VTS have issued a storm warning for vessels at anchor. And it's, as you can see, there's some awful looking weather out there, some grey clouds, some bits of rain. I think we've missed most of the rain here in port, but it's quite a dramatic looking skyline at the moment. Let's have a look. Where can I find Cow's Cap? There's Cow's Cap. Yeah, it's looking a bit, well, not very nice, really. That's the best way I can describe that. Unpleasant. Yeah.
VTS, Celebrity Apex, that's us on the move.
Celebrity Apex, VTS, on the move, thank you.
Celebrity Apex on the move. Hot to trot, it's Celebrity Apex. I don't know if we'll get any honking from Celebrity Apex. I don't remember if Celebrity Apex is a big honker or not. Don't know. In case you're wondering, Celebrity Apex, she's off to what is typical this time of year, the fjords. 12-day round trip to the fjords and Arctic Circle, calling it Hokksund in Norway, Flam in Norway, Olden in Norway, Tromsø in Norway, Honningsvåg in Norway, Malden in Norway, and then Stavanger in Norway, and then back to the wonderful port of Southampton. There's a lot of Norway, isn't it? Well, there was a faint bit of horn there, but the wind's really blowing it the other way, so I don't know if you heard that. I just about heard it on the outside microphone there. There's some sample pricing here from Port Love Cruise. Let's see if we've got nothing quite the same. That's... what have we got here? 11-night cruise.
Access BTS.
Yeah,
Access BTS. Our current sailing time, 17:50.
Sounds like the Eston will be the tug in charge. Yeah, this is an example of some pricing for September on Celebrity Apex, should you care to cruise the Canaries and Portugal. Starting from £1,609. Gives you an idea on pricing. Quite a big jump, though, for the Aqua Class Veranda. It's almost double the price. I don't know what Aqua Class Veranda gives you, other than a balcony, one would imagine. I'm guessing it might give you a lot more than just the balcony. It does look a little A little pricey for the captain, that one. And what time was that? That's 27th of September. No, I think I'm on a group cruise then. Can't go away on a cruise if we've got the group cruise planned, can we? Can't be doing that. Anyway, that calls in at Portugal, Lisbon, Palma de Gran Canaria, Tenerife, Funchal, Madeira, Vigo in Spain, then back to the wonderful port of Southampton. This one's for this time next year, 12 months' time. In July, 7 nights going off to the fields. A very similar cruise to P&O's Iona. And that's from 1178 with a balcony from 1629. Someone will have to let me know in the chat what the aqua class veranda is. There's obviously there's a lot more included in that, I would think, than just the balcony. But this one actually piqued my interest slightly. I think this is quite a good price. Once you get to the sort of tail end of the year, there is some good pricing there. Look at that, 13 nights. It is October next year, though. And that's from 12.44 for an inside, 15.65 for a balcony. And that's calling it Vigo in Spain. Lisbon, Portugal, and Ponta Delgada in the Azores, and then heading across, and then Royal Navy Dockyard in Bermuda, a couple of days to sea, then Orlando, Port Canaveral, one of those repositioning cruises. I'm going to definitely have to do a few more of those repositioning cruises. I think they are superb value for money. I'm admittedly got to fly back, but luckily I've got friends in Florida, so hopefully I'll be able to see something going on there. Right, the Celebrity Apex is pulling out. The weather is just not very pleasant at the moment. So I'm not surprised if we don't see too many shipmates out about, because I think occasionally, well, they're saying that, so you look over on Cruise Cam now, we've got some sun pooling on Iona. Oh, well, shipmates in the chat.
Yes, we'll supply.
We'll supply.
We'll supply, yeah.
BTS will supply. I'd like to get away from 21 berth round for 46.
We'll supply, yes, still receiving.
Thank you very much.
Well, the shipmates in the chat. Got plenty of shipmates in the chat. Oh, the Deborah Speller. Oh, the David. Oh, there Elizabeth G. Oh, there Tim Smith. Oh, there Georgina Stevenson. Oh, there Dean Willis. Oh, there Donovan. Oh, there Nicholas August. Oh, there's CS28. Right. Arrived just in time for the horns. We might get a few more. Oh, there's Stu Footer. I think I've covered the basics. Shipmate Carol Andrews says raining in Birmingham. Yeah, it's definitely got that feel for it. There was a spot of rain this morning here in port, about 11 o'clock-ish, that sort of time. I was out on the old Iron Horse. Got a wet bottom. Well, the shipmate George Emmett says, I'm hoping an American carrier is coming to the UK this year. I presume you mean aircraft carrier. Oh, you're going to have to let me know where. Look, we had one a couple of years ago in the Solent. I went out and saw that one. That was pretty impressive. There's Celebrity Apex off our little spinny spins there. Haven't had any numbers yet, but Celebrity Apex has occupancy for about 2,900 double occupancy and about 3,500 maximal occupancy. I'm going to go for, I'm guessing, somewhere in the region of about 3,100 on board Celebrity Apex. 3,150 maybe. Well, shipmate Deborah Spiller says, she'd like some rain. Poor garden looks awful. Yeah, a bit like Mayflower Park, the bottom right corner of the screen there. So the poor grass is not having a good time. You can see the wake coming out from the stern there, can't you? Powering that rear stern around very quickly. Excellent Blue Spanner Hades only avoided the wet bottom. Oh, Matt King already has the passenger numbers. 3,018 passengers. I was out. 1,320 crew. So bang on crew capacity. Pretty good. But yeah, pretty full. They're all the ships seem to be leaving at the moment. Relatively full. I'm having to drive Boxcar a little bit blind at the moment. I'm not entirely sure why. Well, the shipmate Francis Moran. They can't wait for Avia on the 20th of July. Yeah, the next shipmate David, no, the shipmate Deborah says more hot weather in the UK next week. Yes, I was looking at the weather forecast. And it's the weekend. It's funny, the weekend is rubbish. And then from Tuesday next week, they are predicting sun and hot temperatures for the next couple of weeks. I might even go as far to say could be a little too hot for the old Iron Horse. Celebrity Apex, 4 years old, built in 2021. She has a number of sister ships, which I don't know that we've seen any of them. We may have seen one of them. She's got Celebrity Edge, Celebrity Beyond, Celebrity Ascent, and Celebrity XL. Pretty sure we've not seen Celebrity XL or Ascent. I don't know about Beyond and Edge. I think we might have seen Celebrity Edge. I'm not sure. 129,000 gross tons. She's in the sort of middleweight category for cruise ships.
TTS, Celebrity Apex, all swung here, proceeding out.
Go on, let your horn go.
Celebrity TTS, all received, thank you.
VTS, the coral methane, what's our intentions, please?
Coral methane, where's the coral methane?
Celebrity Apex VTS, the coral methane currently delayed departure.
Thank you.
There's the coral methane. She's the bunkering vessel for Iona and Avia, and she's right next door to Iona at the moment. Busy filling her up.
VTS, all fast, thank you.
And there you go, that's the Celebrity Apex. On having a little spins over there. Looks good weather for kite foiling. Celebrity Apex spun very nicely there. Oh, the shipmate Angela Foxwood says, watching this channel for the first time. My brother is on Virtuosa right now, and I'm on in September. So this is fascinating. I was on Iona twice last year, so good to see her again. Well, there you go. Good. Glad you found the channel, shipmate. Well, the shipmate Edward Coates. Shipmate George Emmett says Celebrity Beyond was in Southampton 2022. I remember seeing a Celebrity Beyond. I'm pretty sure we've not seen the other two, Celebrity XL and Celebrity, whatever it was called. What's it called? Celebrity Ascent. And I'm pretty sure we've not seen those. But I do wonder about Celebrity Edge. It sounds familiar. So many ships coming and going here in the port of Southampton. Poor old captain gets a bit confused. Oh, in case you're wondering, shipmates, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, broadcasting to you live and direct from the port of Southampton. A mere 14 minutes into the broadcast. Whoever has 14 minutes in the captain's banner bingo, well, you've won a mug of grog. As seems to be a popular trend with these more modern cruise ships. They have the old swept back bow. Oh, look at that sky. Considering what the weather has been like and what it's going to be like, it's disappointingly grey and overcast today, isn't it? Yeah, I think there's only a few brave shipmates up and about on the top deck. Oh, well, there's a bit of mate Shepherd Book. Oh, he thinks he had close to 45 minutes in the captain's bingo. Yeah, I don't know why. It just occurs to me every now and again that I haven't done it. But sometimes it doesn't occur for a long time. The Celebrity Apex has the controversial balconies, which you can see, which have a horizontal window which slides down. A lot of shipmates don't like those because they don't feel it's a proper balcony. And also when you have the balcony open, and the air conditioning goes off, and apparently people don't like that.
BTS Red Jet 7, Town Quay to Coast, please.
I got 7 BTS. We'll receive traffic information, Celebrity Apex to Pierhead outbound, and the ferry traffic.
That's all copy, thank you.
Oh, did she make Susan? Susan says, will I be live Monday? Or Aurora? Yes, the captain will be live, because in fact it's a mega Monday. We've got 5 ships departing on Monday. And hopefully there's not as much wind. Let me check the weather forecast. As reliable as it can be for Monday. Yes, gentle breeze, and it should be bright and sunny in the evening. So that'll be wonderful. Mega Monday. I think it's the first time we've had a Mega Monday. I think we've had a random busy Thursday, and we get quite a lot of Super Saturdays where we get 5 ships. But I think it's the first time on a Monday. Osborne House, if you find yourself on the Isle of Wight, I can recommend visiting Osborne House.
Bridget 6, speaker, will receive traffic information, Celebrity Apex Pierhead outbound.
Well, there should be John Kerr says, they'll be on MSC Virtuosa next Saturday for 2 weeks. Susan's going to be waving. I'm guessing Susan is on Aurora. Shipmate Matt Carr says, not been Aurora, don't think I'd like the balcony. Now, it's divided opinion. I can see why, because if one person wants to go out and enjoy the balcony and the other person wants to stay in the cabin, then the air conditioning goes off or the heating goes off or whatever you have it set to. So I can see why people complain about it. Oh, I can zoom in a little bit and I'll show you. There you go. There is actually some proper balconies just there. But those, yeah, see those windows slide out. Oh, we've got a waiver as well. Hey, look at that. Excellent. Well, you can see there, shipmate, waving away from your rather lovely vertically challenged balcony on... Oh, we've got some more waivers there as well. Oh, there's shipmate Fraser. Blimey, what are you doing, Fraser? Fraser's normally on a cruise somewhere. Busy old chap is Fraser. Probably the busiest shipmate I know. Well, there should be UK Cool Guy and ahoy there, Pam Wolf. And ahoy there, Keks. Guten Abend, mein Herr. This weather is not very pleasant. What are we looking at here? 20 degrees, not even 20 degrees centigrade. Even the visibility is not very good. 25.6 nautical miles. The wind is still gusting around 20 knots. And it's 87% humidity. It's got a very strange feel to the air out there, indeed. Shipmate Fraser, he's actually at home at the moment. Oh. I'm surprised he knows where his home is. He's out on a cruise ship somewhere. A bit choppy on the water there. I'm surprised it's choppy in port here. Right, let's move this camera around. There we go. Still trying to arrange to meet up with shipmate Fraser in port for a beer, probably at the Dancing Man Brewery. But so far we've not managed to coordinate our movements. But we shall try again. Well, UK Cool Guy's asking where it's Apex sailing to. Good question, Shibet. I shall let you know. She's doing the fjords and the Arctic Circle. So a lot of destinations in Norway. Scoring in Haugesund in Norway, Flam in Norway, Olden in Norway, Tromsø in Norway, and then Honningsvåg on Megerøya Island in Norway, and then Mold in Norway, and then Stavanger in Norway, and then back home to the wonderful port of Southampton. But it's definitely a touch breezy out there. I can see why Iona might be requesting a tug. Well, the shipmate Gina Stroker says, which is the best hotel in Southampton port area? Ooh, good question. Best hotel. Well, that's a bit of a broad question, but if I can answer that in one of several ways. We only have one 5-star hotel, and that is the Harbour Hotel in Ocean Village. That's a 5-star hotel. There is the Leonardo DiCaprio Hotel, very near the port here, not far from the Duxbury Brewery. Or there's shipmate Fiona McNichol. Welcome aboard, shipmates. So, yeah, the Leonardo da Vinci Hotel. That's, I think it's back down to 4 stars.
Coral methane, BTS.
It's also the Pig. There's also the Pig in the Wall. That's more of a boutique hotel. I can recommend that. There's also Enios. Enios have got a boutique hotel room as well. That's quite good. And that sums up all the decent hotels, I suppose. Decent places. Some of the other places are a bit smaller. Well, there's your Shepherd Book. He's in Texas. Ooh, he's suffering with 28C and
Red Osprey, VTS,
thunderstorms.
So thank you. Traffic information, the Celebrity Apex, just passing Dockhead outbound, and the Coral Methane now getting underway from 46 bar.
Oh, the Coral Methane's on our way out. Okay. If you go a bit further afield, you want to stay in the New Forest, you have the Chewton Glen and Limewood hotels. They are premium hotels, but they are in the New Forest and not desperately a convenience for cruise ships. Yeah, what a dreary looking day. Well, shipmate Alistair Adam. Oh, he's nearly at Carlisle on the bus back from Iona. Oh, you've made quite good progress, haven't you? Almost 5 o'clock. That's a long old way. I wonder how many stops you had on the way. I presume it's not a direct bus to Carlisle. I presume you've had a few stops on the way. Well, shipmate L. Jones, only real balconies for me. They said none of this infinity balconies. Yeah, they certainly have divided opinion, those balconies.
Celebrity Apex, BTS, that's all received, so thank you. Traffic information, the Red Osprey just past the hook and we're bound, followed by the Red Jet 6.
Roger.
Certainly noticed looking over on cruise cam that we cannot see the Isle of Wight. Nope, I can't see it at all. It's just over there, grey, grey, grey in the distance. Shipmate Nicholas Walkers. He says he likes the weather in Southampton. They've got 35 CN clear skies in Bahrain at night time. That's a lot different from here in the port. That's for true. We should think ourselves lucky with our mild greyness. Next away is the Iona. She's due away at quarter past 5. Sorry, my brain went on pause then. I was downloading information internally. Yeah, quarter past 5. I'll carry on following Celebrity Apex down Southampton water at the moment. I'm going to try something. I'm just having a little issue here. Let's see if I can get this working properly. Yes, there we go. Okay, right, issue solved. Captain occasionally does use his little grey cells.
VTS, Eston.
And we've got Eston for the tug on Iona, perhaps.
Eston, BTS.
Afternoon to you again. Just broke away from making our way round for the Iona out of 46.
Eston, BTS, that's all received, so thank you. Traffic information, the Coral Methane is still currently alongside the Iona, due to depart shortly.
Yeah, copy that. Thank you.
Yep, says the Eston. She's going to be tugging at the stern of Iona, and that's Coral Methane, the bunkering vessel. She's got to get out of the way first. Got 2 departures tomorrow, shipmates, and then Monday, it's a mega Monday. We've got 5 departures on Monday. I think that's going to be our first 5 mega Monday ship departure day. We've had a 5 ship departure on a Thursday randomly. Definitely had Super Saturdays of 5 ships, and I think that's going to be the first one. On Monday. Quick check on the lines on Iona. Nope, nothing going on there. Hoya shipmate Carl Johnson, how many ships on Tuesday? Tuesday? Not very many. Actually, saying that, I've got 3 ships on Tuesday. Got the
VTS ready or shortly on the way from Southampton, outbound for Cows.
We've got the Region Dawn, Ventura.
Red Eagle, VTS, that's all received, thank you. Traffic information, the Coral Methane will shortly be underway from 46 berth, outbound to the west. Flitzer Eston, just passing 38.9 round for the Iona, and the Celebrity Apex at Northwest Netley outbound.
All copy, thank you.
Shipmates, where is it? Shipmates, Edward Coates says he's been checking on the VTS. Good, good, good. You should check VTS. It's always very important to check the VTS. And he says there's 6 ships on Monday. Well, I suppose technically there are 6 ships, but the Hamburg is docking at the Cows Triangle, and I can't quite see the Cows Triangle. Oh, it's almost visible from Cows Cam. Maybe she departs at 6:30. I'll tell you what I'll probably do. I'll probably borrow one of the Isle of Wight cameras, see if we can see the Hamburg on there, and then it could be a 7-ship. No, it'd be a 6-ship Mega Monday. I'll see if we can get a good view on one of the cameras. The Hamburg. A couple of the sailing boats down there or outside of the Netley Cliff. The Netley cam is somewhat struggling with the weather conditions. If you ask me, it doesn't like wind. The Wi-Fi link is not very wind tolerant, which does seem a bit odd. Let me see. I'm not entirely sure where the ship will be anchored, but I'm going to move across the map slightly. So we're talking about the Hamburg that's coming in on Monday. No, not the Crumbly thing. The Cowes Triangle, I think she'll be round here somewhere.
San Malo VTS, that's all received, thank you. No reported outbound traffic.
And that's just outside of the range of Cowes Cam can sort of see about here to there. And I think the ships are just on the outside. So maybe I'll see exactly where she ends up, and if she ends up in a good location, we'll try for 6 ships. That'll be a 6-ship Mega Monday. Yes, Netley Cam is somewhat struggling at the moment. There we go. Let's go back up to cruise cam. It doesn't look that much wind, does it? It must be coming directly from behind on Iona. Let's have a quick look at the wind direction. Yeah, it is straight from the west. Well, the shipmate Fiona McNichols says, how often does this channel go live? And is it the same? It is at the same time each time. No, it's not. No, normally go live at the weekends. Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and this week could be Monday as well, because we've got a Mega Monday with 5 or even 6 cruise ships departing. And then randomly throughout the week, if I'm back in time. The best way is to hit that notification bell that when I go live, you'll find out. And no, it's not the same time, because I go live whenever the cruise ships depart, and they tend to depart all at random times. Hope that answers your question. Not doing very well here. Having a real problem with the internets. Gosh, it's pointing completely in the wrong direction. There we go. Now, with Netley working now, giving it a quick reboot. Seems to be behaving a bit better now. So next due away is the Iona, and I've not heard her on the radio actually. That's odd, isn't it? Normally you hear them on the radio before now. I can just see there's a little chappie down there arriving at the hatch. That's a good sign. That normally means we've got departure in sort of 10 to 15 minutes if you start to see shipmates down on the hatch. Can't see anyone down there at the stern. Oh, a lot of activity on the front of the Ro-Ro there. I wonder if that's departing soon. Well, the shipmate Reb Time. Good evening, everyone new to the channel. Well, welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing and joining in with our chat as we're waiting for the Iona to depart on this rather unpleasant summer's day in July. Look over here on Cowes. It looks distinctly to me like it's raining or drizzling. Pretty sure it's the weather that's going to hamper my barbecue, though. Apex, she's off to the fields for 12 nights, but if you fancy a field trip on Celebrity Apex, have a look at this one. It's with our channel sponsor, Paul from Love Cruise. Does look like there's a little bit of light coming out down there, isn't there? Down there at Netley Camp. It stopped wobbling the cameras around as much as well. The wind must have abated. Want the red funnels coming back in? A quick check back on Iona. No, the little chappie's gone. It's potentially disappointing. The MSC Virtuosa, she doesn't depart until 8 o'clock this evening. I don't know why she's departing so late. I don't know what the logic is there. I must ask Chris from VTS. He normally tells me. Shipmate Nicholas Saw says, oh, it looks like it's raining at the Needles. Yeah, you mentioned the Needles. The Celebrity Apex. Last year, she was going past the Needles. We had some absolutely stunning shots for going past the Needles. So let me explain. With the power of a map.
Red Eagle, VTS.
So, as you can see here, here's Celebrity Apex. She'll come along to here, round Bramblebank, and then past Cow's Camp.
BTS, Red Eagle, go ahead.
And head on out to the fields.
Red Eagle, VTS. Additional traffic, the city of Chichester just past the Brown Down, inbound North Channel.
All copy, thank you.
But last year, she was heading off to Spain and Vigo, and she actually went this way, down past the Needles, and headed out that way. Very rarely do we see cruise ships go that way, and it was absolutely stunning. Really good, lovely pictures of the Needles with the, the bright blue and white and the orange of Celebrity Apex going past. Some great views.
City of Chichester, VTS.
Oh, we have got some.
The City of Chichester, VTS traffic update. The Celebrity Apex approaching the Cadland, outbound to Clear Channel vessel, and the Red Eagle just approaching Western Shelf, outbound, and the Coral Methane will shortly be underway from 46 berth, proceeding out to the west.
Well, the shipmate Mark Vanderhoven. Well, the shipmate Steve Rolfe. Welcome aboard, shipmate. May I have subscribed? Shipmate Mark Vanderhoven says, hi, Captain. Look out for a yellow flag in a minute, which will be waving from you right in the middle of the ship. The blue funnel. Oh, fantastic. I shall look out for that. Well, we've been a bit short of them. We had a Cardiff, Welsh flag yesterday, not Cardiff. Cardiff Welsh flag yesterday, and also a red and white striped one, but I couldn't quite figure out what the red and white striped one was. We've got some animated shenanigans going on up near the P&O sign. Oh, they might be playing some music. Sometimes we can hear the music. Let me just pop the microphone on. Sometimes you can hear it wafting over. No, just hear a bus. No, that's no good. Well, shipmate Melissa Phillips. Oh, it says the boarding ramp is coming away from Iona now. Ooh, good. We're getting close. Still got a couple of lines down. But the weather is... Oh, it's gone again, isn't it? There is just the occasional little glimpse of sun, letting you know what you should be enjoying in the month of July, but it is England. So therefore, you'll have to enjoy a bit of doom and gloom. Like I said, and I do apologise because it is my fault, because I am going to a barbecue later. Now, all lines are still down at the moment. Well, the shipmate Sterlo. Well, they're on Apex in August and they can't wait. Well, the shipmate Irene. She's now home from a cruise on Britannia. I'm looking forward to the next one on Ventura. Sticking to the P&O ships there. British shipmates tend to like the P&O ships. They've got kettles in their room. I've discovered this is a fairly important thing. Coming up to 12 minutes past. 15 minutes past is the quarter past. Well, you can see a spot of sun there on the red funnel. There we go. So there is little patches of brightness out there. It does look like you're heading into a drizzle cloud going that way, though. Shipmate Raymond Morris wants to sit in a deck chair with a coffee on that hatch. Shipmate Raymond Morris fancies himself down there on that hatch with where the chap is with the white trousers. You'd have a fantastic view there, shipmate, I'll have to say. Shipmate Fiona McNichol. Oh, asking questions. Would you like someone to ask questions? What's the question then? Please excuse me. Can I ask the door at the front of the ship, how long does it stay open for, and what's the purpose of it being opened after the lines have been let go? Good question there, shipmate. Good question. Well, actually talking about this hatch here that's on the bow of Iona. At the moment, the shipmates will be there so they can watch all the lines be released, because as you can see, it sticks out from the side of the ship. But once she's underway, they don't have, if you're on the top of the ship, you can't really see what's happening close quarters to the ship. And especially in a port like this one, you might have lots of pleasure craft and all those sorts of things. You might have hazards in the water, different things.
Red Osprey VTS, all received, thank you. Traffic information. The coral methane is now backing out of the ocean dock to swing.
VTS, Red Osprey, all copy.
So yes, that's why it's just next set of eyes. Oh, now Iona's on the radio at last. Go on then, what's happening? Come on, let me know.
Iona, VTS.
Afternoon, so yeah, the coral methane's just on our way there. Just confirm that the pontoon will be removed afterwards, please.
There's the coral methane.
Iona VTS, yes, I've confirmed the two workboats are standing by, waiting for the coral methane to depart.
Okay, understood. Thanks, sir.
So the workboats are the Wheel Supply and probably the Y Force. They must have a pontoon in between. I don't remember seeing it when I was on my own and she's refueling. Well, there's shipmate Melissa Phillips. I think she's on board. Says departure for Iona in the next half hour or so, according to the captain announcement. Some minor port formalities to complete. Well, I think the air bridge only just came in, you said earlier. And as we can see here, the bunkering vessel is still alongside. So you can't really leave if the bunkering vessel is still there. And then Svitzer Eston, I believe, is going to tow out. Help tow out Iona. That is Fitzreston. Let's have a look.
VTS, Red Osprey.
Oh, there she is.
Red Osprey, VTS.
VTS, Red Osprey, good afternoon. We're going to stick up onto the Reds and we'll keep well clear of the coral methane if she's backing out. I just don't want to disturb the pilot whilst he's working with the tugs. So we'll stick up on the Reds and well out of her way.
Red Osprey VTS, that's all received, sir, thank you. and proceed with caution if safe to do so.
Thank you.
VTS, Iona.
Iona, BTS.
VTS, Iona, there will be a delay in departure. Passenger will have to be disembarked via ambulance. I'll update you when I know more.
Oh dear.
Iona, VTS, all received, certainly.
Well, that's not very good. We have a passenger needs to be disembarked by ambulance. Yikes. I believe the Britannia, I think it was yesterday, had an airlift not long after leaving the port of Southampton. It often seems to happen. I think it's the stress and strain of getting to port and getting on board, and then the relief, and then all of a sudden, taken ill. Well, the shipmate Elizabeth Leaborn. Oh, there's shipmate Don McMurray. I think shipmate Don might have the best where I'm watching Solent Ships from so far. He says he's watching from a plane flying to Fort Lauderdale from JFK at 34,000 feet. Blimey, I don't think we've had anyone watching before from a plane. Well, welcome aboard, shipmate. That's very impressive. Paul from Love Cruise says someone mentioned medical emergency. Yes, well, we just heard that on the radio, didn't we? I guess they were dealing with that. Now they've decided it is an emergency. Well, I hope they're not too badly affected. It's better if someone's not very well to get them straight on back onto land and onto a proper hospital. I mean, they have great facilities on board the cruise ships, but obviously they're not really designed for carrying out long-term care. Well, the shipmate Lucy Yeomans, 4 weeks today, and they'll be on Iona. Cannot wait. First ever cruise. I'm guessing you'll be going to the fields in 4 days' time. 4 weeks' time, I mean. Did have a couple of waivers up there, but they seem to have gone. I think the coral methane's still... is coral methane still here? I know she's backing out. I think we should probably see the coral methane any moment now. She backs out from behind. Oh, there's one of the wide tugs there. You just see the wide tug on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Which one's that? Oh, it's the Y Force. There's a whole load of tugs in the port, and they're run by a local company, and they're all Y something, Y Force, Y Storm, Y Knot is one of them. And that's Y Knot as in a knot for tying a rope, not, if that makes sense. There we go. There's the coral methane. Let's follow the coral methane, shall we? It's brightly coloured. Charles Swanson, Paul from Love Cruise says, oh, no dental care on the ship facility. Always worth packing in the emergency dental care kit. Get you through the night. Oh, right, yes, a bottle of rum.
BTS, Red Jet 6, good evening to you. Town Quay to Cows, please.
Red Jet 6, BTS, that's all received. Thank you. Traffic information. The coral methane currently backing out of the ocean dock, then proceeding outbound. And the ferry traffic.
All received, thank you.
I'm wondering if we might see an ambulance turn up shortly.
Red Jet 6, BT.
BTS, Red Jet 6, we calling.
Red Jet 6 BTS. Apologies, the Celebrity Apex approaching the Hook Clear Channel vessel outbound, and the City of Chichester in the North Channel inbound for Burnley.
Always say things.
Well, the shipmate Kenny says rum. Yes, I think rum fixes any ailment.
Malo BTS, all received, thank you.
Pride.
So the Coral Methane is a bunkering vessel, floating petrol station for Iona and RV, and it's LNG,
BTS, all received, thank you.
not the heavy fuel oil that we normally see in the ships. And Arvia and Iona, I believe they can go up and down to the fields or go off and do their cruises 2 or 3 times before they need filling up. So they've got some massive fuel tanks. Holy shipmate Ruth Herbert says almost 100 days countdown to the group cruise. Oh my word, it's not, is it? 100 days? I know you're surely not July, August. Oh yeah, you're right, aren't you? Blimey. I better do some prep work then. I better work out where we're going. If you fancy joining us on the group cruise, there's some information here. Do I contact Paul from Love Cruise and he'll sort you out. I believe there's a few spaces left.
Redjet 7 BTS, all received, thank you. Traffic information, the Celebrity Apex approaching the Hook, outbound Clear Channel vessel. The City of Chichester inbound North Channel. And the Coral Methane now underway from 46 berth, proceeding outbound to the west. Redjet 7 BTS, yes. Calshot tie gauge 3.1. Redjet 7 BTS, all received east of the bank. Celebrity Apex, BTS, all received, sir. Thank you.
BTS, Redjet 6. Can I get a dockhead tie gauge, please?
Redjet 6 BTS, dockhead tie gauge 3.03.
It does look like we're the flags at Town Quay Marina are stiff and erect. Oh, with a shipmate Rocky Raccoon. Blimey. Says, on my very first cruise, I got stretched off the Wonder of the Seas in La Spezia in Italy because my heart decided to be weird. All good after 6 hours hospital. Headed back and got back on board. Oh, that's good news, shipmate. Maybe with the shock of being in Italy.
BTS.
Alicat of Cows, BTS, that's all received, sir. Thank you. Traffic information. The Celebrity Apex just past the Hook, outbound Clear Channel vessel.
The Coral Methane, a Dutch vessel.
BTS will supply.
Sometimes she hangs around.
Will supply, BTS.
BTS will supply. Like to get away from 46 berth with the wheel carry 300. We're round to 20 berth.
Will supply, BTS, that's all received, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
BTS will challenge.
Will challenge, BTS.
Yeah, afternoon. That's me clear the Iona with a will carry 250 round to 20 berth as well, please.
Will challenge, BTS, all received. Thank you.
Thank you.
We've had some gusty conditions lately, which make it quite tricky for shipmates to fly their flags. We've got some shipmates there. I think they're trying to fly a smiley face, but it's tricky to see.
Eleanor, BTS.
Yeah, we'll finish on the Pride when we come down to Dockhead. Next one's the Orion Leader, just on 1900.
Hey, tugs are busy this evening.
Eleanor, BTS, yes. 1900.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it's definitely very breezy out there. Oh, they think they've managed to get their flag working. Yep, I'm not quite sure he's managed that. He's managed to hold it up in the breeze. Thank you, shipmate. Good to see you up there. I don't remember who that was now. They did say they'd be holding up a yellow flag. Meanwhile, the Celebrity Apex looks like she's disappearing into some gloom. Well, shipmate D. Derby says, "Hi, Captain. I am off to the fields on Iona next Saturday rather, with 5 friends, looking for good weather." Yes, you'll have good weather next Friday. You've chosen well, shipmate. And they'll be on the top deck with cocktails and waving county flags enthusiastically. Oh, fantastic! Yeah, you'll have next Saturday. I think the weather's going to be super. It is going to be 28 degrees and sunny. In fact, you will be feeling like you've gone to a foreign country. The port of Southampton is rather wonderful. As you see, the Celebrity Apex just heading around Cowshot Spits now. How's the old coral methane going? Oh, she's doing all right. Looks like poor old... which one that is? Y Storm, is that? No, it's why. That's Why Not. That is Why Not. So Why Not's being dragged around a little bit. They are very much the smaller tugs, the Y tugs, the Y vessels. So you look out, see if there's any ambulances for Iona, but I haven't seen anything just yet.
Wrong boat, Rob.
Red Falcon, VTS. Red Falcon, VTS. That's all received, sir. Thank you. Traffic information, the Celebrity Apex. Around the Cowshot Spit Clear Channel vessel outbound. And the City of Chichester North Channel inbound for Burnley Wharf. And coral methane now underway from 46 berth, proceeding out to the west.
Yeah, it is rather blustery on top of the P&O's Iona there. It's definitely not conditions that we're having next weekend. It'll be fantastic next weekend.
BTS HMM Pride finishing up.
HMM Pride, BTS, that's all received, so thank you, good evening.
Well, shipmate Morris asking, are there any other ships using LNG apart from Iona and Avia? Cruise ship wise, I think there is. I think there is a couple of other ones. I can't think what they are. I think one of the Ada ships might do. There are quite a few of the Ro-Ros are now LNG powered, and some of the container ships are LNG powered. Oh, there we go. There comes the lines of coral methane. Not only is coral methane brightly coloured, it looks like shipmates are brightly coloured as well.
Red Eagle, VTS, that's all received, sir, thank you. And traffic information, the City of Chichester now approaching Calshot and the Celebrity Apex in the third channel.
BTS, Iona, for information, the ambulance should be here in the next 18 minutes, so hopefully departing shortly after that.
Iona, VTS, all received, sir, thank you.
Why the delay for the Iona then? Oh dear. You would have thought perhaps the ambulance would have been there a bit quicker than that. Not a lot of traffic today. There's no football on in port. Not too many ships. We'll go back and have a little nose at coral methane, shall we, whilst we're waiting. Well, what's Why Not going to do? Is Why Not going to give coral methane a bit of a shove? Looks like it, doesn't it? Oh, he's coming in ever so gently, isn't he? Many years of practice, that is. Well, the shipmate Deborah Spellers, or is it Iona needs the ambulance? Yes, apparently there's a passenger on board Iona has been taken ill, and they're just waiting for an ambulance from the shore. So we'll probably see the ambulance come in along the road at the bottom of the screen there. Iona is off to the fields. That's her typical summer itinerary. She's calling in at Stavanger in Norway, Olden, Norway, Heliset in Norway, and then Hogsund, Norway. And she's hitting the fields until the middle of September, when she then takes a random trip to Canary Islands. But I've noticed the other day when I was looking, so today, for instance, it's Stavanger, Olden, Heliset, and then Hogsund. And next week it's Stavanger, Olden, Flam, and Hogsund. And the week after that, it's Stavanger, Olden, Heliset again. And then after that, it's Flam. So she alternates between Flam and Heliset. Which got me thinking. I went on Iona a couple of years ago, and I don't remember which ports I went to. I don't remember going to Flam or Heliset. I don't remember which ones I went to. I shall have to check my cruise out. In fact, there's an excellent website. There's an excellent website where you can put in the details for your cruise, and it will show you the map of where you went and exactly what the ship did during that time. So, for instance, when I travelled on Norwegian Aqua Transatlantic, we had to do a little diversion at the Azores. The ship had to change direction so that the helicopter could come by and winch someone off. And if I look up my cruise on this website, it shows in fact the ship's doing that, making that diversion. Let me find, what is the name of this website? It's one that Emma Cruises is involved with. She sent me a link for it ages ago. I keep forgetting to mention it. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it's quite good. You can enter in all of your cruises, and if you like, you can actually get them to print off a map and send it to you in the post. Well, of course, it's got a very sensible name, doesn't it? I don't know why I didn't think of it. thecruisemaps.com. There we go. Have a look at that if you like. Oh, without the 7, just that. There we go. Yeah, have a look at the cruise maps, and if you remember the details of your cruise, you'll remember where you went from and where you went to, and what the date was, which was a little bit of a challenge for me.
SP, VTF.
And then you can save them all as well. And if you really like, you can get them printed off. That's it, the cruise maps. Well done, shipmate Cheryl. And the brave shipmates.
SP, VTS, yes, are confirmed, and Iona currently delayed in sailing.
They are desperately trying to fly their flag there. You can see the wind conditions aren't helping. What is the wind gusting to now? Still gusting, around 17.5 knots. Visibility, 27 nautical miles. I'm not so sure about that. Doesn't look that good to me. Doesn't look that good. No, that's not very good at all. Look at that. Very miserable over there towards the Isle of Wight.
BTS, Y-Force.
Y-Force, VTF.
BTS, Y-Force, yeah, all finished with the coral methane now. Back to Macawolf.
Y-Force, VTS. I'll receive, thank you. No reported outbound traffic from the river edge.
All copied.
VTS, why not? That's us likewise, over.
Why not, VTS? I'll receive, sir, thank you.
Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, so sometimes coral methane, I think she's off to drop anchor, and she'll probably come and top up Arvia tomorrow. Melissa Phillips says, do we know how many passengers there are? Do we know how many are on Iona this time around? We haven't had any passenger numbers yet, so there's a good chance there might be one less passenger because we're actually waiting for an ambulance. Could be 2 less passengers, I suppose, if the person's not travelling alone. Oh, well, the shipmate PGR84 said we bought a map from them for our cruise on Iona a few weeks ago. Oh, excellent. And what's it like, shipmate? Is it good? Have you got it up in your kitchen wall somewhere? Shipmate Richard Evans says, knows Iona's having a dry dock, having a refit. How long do you think she's been dry dock for? Not very long. It's about 3 weeks normally, that sort of time span. Oh, shipmate Ray Morris says you could buy them on her. Last time I was on Iona, I'm presuming talking about the maps. Shipmate Lisa Sargent, oh, she doesn't found anyone to sort out her travel insurance for her cruise in 2027. Oh dear. That's a bit of a blow, isn't it, shipmate? They don't like it if you don't have travel insurance, the cruise companies. Well, the shipmate Georgie Steven says, cruise maps fantastic. Started my cruise album folder collection. They look good. Oh, brilliant. Yes, excellent. Yeah, I should probably try and get a couple. I might have to try and look out for them. Spend the time, put them into the website. With the shipmate Alice Smith says, is that the best place to fly your flag on Iona at the P&O side? Yeah, well, yes, it's a good spot because I can easily see that and I know exactly where it is. So if you say you're flying your flag by the P&O sign on Iona or Avia, I know exactly where it is and we can see that quite easily. Whereas if I'm just looking at the whole ship, it can be quite tricky because people just say, I'm on deck 14 and then it's quite difficult to spot. It's easier to spot once the ship's actually moving, but of course if you're starboard side balcony, then you don't get a balcony on the port side, and if you're internal you don't get a balcony, but of course everyone has access to be on the top by the sign, and why wouldn't you be on the top?
Bridge 7 BTS are received with caution the coral methane approaching high knock outbound, followed by the Lomax at the Gimp Elbow, followed by the Sister Eleanor currently at Dipton Bay.
Shipmate Harvey says to Lisa, she's struggling insurance. If you call up P&O Cruises, they will give you the option to pay for their recommended one. Aha, there we go. Could be a option for you there, shipmates. Shipmate Your Cruise question says the other thing to try that is very cool on board is the iris photos. I don't know what they are. I can hear the wind picking up again. Got a rib there whizzing around. It looks like the sort of police rib. They often do random training exercises. Well, there's shipmate Leanne Braga.
City of Chichester, VTS, that's all understood, sir, thank you. Traffic information, coral methane, it's passing Dockhead, outward bound.
Oh, shipmate thinks they saw the ambulance arrive. Can't see it. Well, I'm not really looking for it. I imagine once the ambulance has arrived, it won't be long before Iona departs. Right, let's get the camera back to the lines on the stern so we can keep an eye out for those. There we go. I do like this camera, but it doesn't move very smoothly. As you can see, it jerks. In fact, it just stops. It does some very strange things. So I'm actually sending it back on Monday. There we go. It's very odd. Don't quite know what's wrong with it. The company doesn't know what's wrong with it either, so they suggest I just send it back. I should get a new one, which is a shame because so far I've rather liked it. Lots of suggestions for travel insurance there. I shall leave you to sort that out in the chat.
HMM Pride BTS, I'll receive, thank you.
Iona's off to the fields. Let's have a look at some pricing, shall we? Let's keep ourselves some news. This is for November. 14 nights. That's a good price, isn't it? Got to admire P&O for offering value for money when it comes to cruises. That's the November this year. 14 nights. Calling it Lanzarote. That's Palma to Gran Canaria, Santorini, Tenerife, Funchal, Madeira, Cadiz, Spain. And then Vigo, La Coruna. Back to the one for Southampton. Inside from 899 for 14 nights.
Folly inbound for Burnley.
This here is pretty much today's cruise, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, this is exactly today's cruise. Oh no, not quite, slightly different again.
VTS Eleanor.
But anyway, it gives you an idea of a cruise.
Eleanor VTS.
Yeah, with the delay on the Iona, we're just going to nip back in at 44 quick.
Eleanor VTS, that's all received, sir, thank you. And information, the Iona is currently delayed in her sailing.
Yeah, copy that. That's great, thank you.
So there we go. So that's a very similar cruise to what Iona's going today. That's from $799 for an inside, $13.49 for a balcony per person. And this one is in February next year. That's a bargain price. Calling in Hamburg in Germany, Rotterdam, Netherlands overnight. Oh, that's excellent. When you dock at Rotterdam, you're very near the Erasmus Bridge, and you are quite literally walking distance to the entirety of town. So an overnight there would be brilliant. And then Zeebrugge, Bruges in Belgium, from 529 for an inside cabin in February as well. Just imagine, turn the heating off at home for
You all good there, Chris?
a week, and you'd probably save that sort of money.
Yeah, we're okay, mate, thanks. All right, buddy.
If you are interested in any of those cruises, do give Paul from Love Cruises a call. Oh, I think we've got a... I just noticed the sun's coming out now. We've got to get some... Did you get some beautiful colours this time of day? You've got the black, grey clouds, and now you've got the white superstructure of Iona sparkling through. Shipmate, your cruise question says, oh, they're on the February cruise. Is it a half-term cruise? Oh, that one. I have no idea. The February sounds a bit early for half-term, but maybe. I'm not that familiar with the school timetables. I do like to check, though, to make sure they're not there on holiday when I want my holiday. Shipmate $S reckons it could be half term. Oh, well, Margaret says, Captain, why does my name come with a red block? Ah, that's because someone has included you directly. Otherwise, it's a stream of words and it's difficult to spot if someone is replying to you directly. So if someone's particularly trying to catch your attention by saying, oh, you've asked a particular question, then they can, if they reply by saying at Margaret, then it will come up with a red block and you go, ha, there I am, someone's talking to me. Oh, the shipmate Kenny, gift of 5 Solent Ships memberships taken by Cheryl Mottram.
Southampton for control, Southampton for control. Cruise ship MSC Virtuosa, channel 12, good evening.
MSC Virtuosa, Southampton BTS.
Southampton BTS, good evening, MSC Virtuosa. We confirm our departure time tonight at in 2 hours from now.
MSC Virtuosa, Southampton BTS, yes sir, confirm your departure 2000, 2000 hours local time. The pilot will be from the shore side 30 minutes before your departure.
Roger sir, it will be possible to say at 1945.
MSC Virtuosa, Southampton BTS, stand by.
Stand by.
MSC Virtuosa wants to nip off early. Shipmate Kenny's gifted 5 Solent Ships memberships. They've been received by Cheryl Mottram, Mr. MB, Gordon Vegas, Eva Wilkinson, and Scott Willis. Well, there we go. Make sure you make the most of the benefits and join our Discord server. The link should be in the member benefits section somewhere. Shipmate Vector says half term 16th to the 20th of February. When was that cruise? 40. Oh, so that is half term then. Okay, that's something to bear in mind. Either you may want to take the children with you, or you may not want to see children. So just bear that in mind. Otherwise, that's a really good price, isn't it? Well, shipmate Harvey, this is Captain Wesley Dunlop's left P&O for Disney. And we got board of the same itinerary. Possibly. It is the same itinerary, that is for sure. There's a bit of variety in the winter. She goes down to the Spain and Portugal. We've got a little shipmate down there in the hatch. That's always a good sign. That little black rectangle in the middle of the right-hand side of the screen. If there's a shipmate there, there's a good chance the lines are going shortly.
Virtuosa, Southampton BTS.
BTS Virtuosa, good evening again, go ahead.
MSC Virtuosa, Southampton BTS. Information, we will be unable to bring your sailing ahead. Pilot has been called for your vessel.
So you confirm our departure time to 000? Is that correct?
MSC Virtuosa, Southampton BTS, yes sir, 2000. The pilot will be on board your vessel at 1930.
Roger, 1930, pilot board from shore side, right?
MSC Virtuosa, Southampton BTS, yes that's correct.
Thank you very much for the information, sir. Stand by 1216.
Well, there we go. There's the MSC Virtuosa trying to get away slightly early.
Eleanor, VTS.
Yeah, we just cleared 44, get out of this terminal, and we'll come around the dockhead, and the next one's the leader one.
Eleanor, VTS, all received, sir, thank you.
Shipmate Your Cruise Questions thinks that the prices for the half-term cruise there are a bit keener because people don't like cruising with children on board. I can imagine that's the case. I know there's quite a few shipmates who really like the P&O ships that are adult only. Shipmate Donna S went on a previous half-term cruise in Arvia, and you would not have known there were more children on board than normal, as they were very well behaved. Oh, that's good. Well, that is good. Good to hear. It is a worry.
Pride. 30 at 9.
So it sounds like the MSC Virtuosa is ready to depart at 8 o'clock. Iona still currently delayed here. She was due away at 5:15, and then just as she was about to go, she had a medical emergency. And that's delayed her. Well, I think she's off shortly, because if you look over here.
696, passengers 5851, plus myself.
Oh, that one was switched on the radio.
Alright, yes, all received, thank you.
Hi, Mr. Crew numbers, but they sound like there's 5,851 passengers on Iona, and that means that she's pretty much in between maximum occupancy and double occupancy. Like I say, very full. All the ships leaving this time of year are very full. Right, I'm going to go and check the lines, because I think she'll be off shortly. Probably had enough watching the old coral methane. Move the camera around. Oh. Don't know what's going on with the camera. No, what's going on with the camera? Oh, there we go. It's having a funny 5 minutes. Right, we've got our eyes on the lines here. Well, it should be. What page says the flag on the bow is the P&O own flag? Yes, it's the Cunard house flag. Oh, sorry, the P&O house flag. I'll just move across so you can see it. Don't think it's. Oh, no, I don't think it's fluttering very much at the moment. There's a bit of a dead section in the. There we go. You can see it. There's right at the bow. It's in 4 quadrants. If memory serves me correctly. There we go. Oh, look at that dark sky in the distance. Oh, some dramatic looking skylines out there. Well, the shipmate David Damp said, what's the logo on the bow of Iona? I see other ships have it, like Sky Princess and the rest of the P&O fleet. What about? We've got the flag. We've also got, there is a logo here. Let's have a look. I'll see if I think this is what you're talking about. My little logo here. We can't really see it desperately well. But I think it's the P&O logo of some time ago, I believe. I don't know. Maybe someone can let me know in the chat. Well, the shipmate Manchester Miss, welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. Good sign if there's a couple of shipmates out on the hatch there. Oh, good old chap fishing down there. Bobbing around.
Southampton BTS, this Orion leader, come in please.
Orion leader, Southampton BTS.
Good afternoon, ma'am. This is Orion leader in East Terminal, berth 38. May I confirm pilot boarding time, ma'am?
Orion leader, Southampton BTS. Your departure time is 1900. Your pilot will board approximately 30 minutes before departure from the shore side.
Thank you, ma'am. Copy the information. Pilot boarding at 1900 from shoreside. Thank you.
It's little patches of sun popping out here and there. That's happening with the weather. The wind is still blowing about a bit. Visibility is not the best. Temperature is now below 20 C. Humidity 86%. Sheriff Ball of Chris also have the rising sun on the funnel as well. That's right, they do, don't they? I could show you the rising sun on the funnel. I think it's their old-fashioned logo. Yeah, there it is there. Sort of a stylized logo.
Thank you. Traffic information. The coral methane and outbound to the west.
Peninsula and Orient. So I think we've found the answer to the question.
BTS, Red Osprey, shortly departing Royal Bay for Cows.
It is looking wet and windy over in Cows.
Red Osprey, BTS will receive traffic information. City of Chichester, approaching northwest and medium speed kitchen, and the coral methane cabinet to southbound to the west.
There's the City of Chichester.
All copy, thank you.
She's a hopper dredger, just coming in the left-hand side of the screen there. She's been out in the Solent sucking up aggregate. Well, the shipmate Breeze 1470 said, went away for tea. How comes Iona still docked? Medical emergency, shipmate. Had to wait for an ambulance to pick up a passenger, and I believe she's off shortly. We've certainly got shipmates at hatches, which is a good sign. Ooh, low-flying seagull. Let's go for a little wander.
Yes, Jet 7. Good afternoon. Shortly leaving Town Quay.
Go for a little wander around Iona, shall we?
Jet 7 BTS will receive traffic information. City of Chichester, northwest net leaders round to the engine. And coral methane passing poorly outbound to the west.
See who's out on the balconies. Well, a few shipmates on the balcony. It's not been the weather we've had recently. Next weekend, fantastic. I know a few of you in the chat said that you are off on Iona next weekend. I think next weekend you'll have absolutely stunning weather. Can't see any more flags out on balconies. Does look like the sun has come out briefly. In fact, just looking on Netley Cam, it does actually look quite a bit better heading back into port. Whereas if you look from Cows, yeah, it's looking brighter that way. But if we look over to the Isle of Wight, it looks awful. I'll look on the Isle of Wight west direction in a second. So let's see if we see anything exciting on the balconies of Iona. No, I think particularly on any of the balconies. Let's look over to the Isle of Wight. Let's see what's going on over there. Oh, it's brightened up a bit. It was quite dark a mere few minutes ago. Well, shipmate Elizabeth Leaborn says they went on a cruise to Norway with Captain Wesley Dunlop. And he was so amusing. Look forward to hearing all his announcements. Well, I've heard that. He's got a good reputation as Captain Wesley. Apparently he's on Disney next year. Or now even. Wow, this is turning out to be quite the delay here. She was due away at 5:15. Celebrity Apex left a little bit late, but we were waiting for HMM Pride to pass by. So it wasn't only a few minutes, really. Pretty much bang on time. However, P&O Iona, almost an hour late. Lots of shipmates up on deck now. Maybe they've had their rum-based cocktail from earlier. Decided they'd catch a bit of sun because I think the weather has improved. The captain needs to depart shortly for his own barbecue as well. Might have to draw the broadcast to a conclusion before we've even seen the ship depart. That's not very good, is it? Well, the shipmate Kirsty says, when can we see MSC? MSC Virtuosa, she's not due out until 8 o'clock, shipmate. Shipmate Bassman Bowman says the ambulance went past the camera a while back. I didn't see it. I must have been looking the other way. Shipmate Rob Tim says, I see all these ships pass by while I'm in my caravan in Torness Bay. Torness Bay, where's that then? I'm familiar with that one. See, we've got the shipmates bravely flying their smiley-faced flag.
And over to Apex BTS. All received, thank you, and no reported traffic for you.
It is a bit, there you go. Got, lovely, doing well there, shipmates. So struggling a bit in the breeze. Well, I'm due away any moments now, I would say. It's got to be happening soon. Have we got the stern? Anything going on? Nope, nothing going on the stern. What's going over on Itching Cam? Not a lot. Some darkish clouds. Got some people up on the top of the ship. Netley Cam, yeah. Few few whitish clouds in the distance. The junction cam has been attacked. A replacement junction cam has arrived. I haven't collected it yet, though. And we'll have an upgraded junction cam. And at the same time, we're also going to go back to the original ferry cam. This is a backup ferry cam at the moment. And then this is the Forley cam, which...
Southampton VTS, Wittonia.
Victoria, Southampton VTS.
Yeah, good evening. That's all finished on the Kiewit. On 23, like permission, depart Empress Dock, round for 104 West. Maximum draft 4.5. 10 persons on board, PEC 1233, over.
Victoria, Southampton VTS. All received. Traffic information. The city of Chichester is at Western Shelf inbound for Burnley Wharf. Once you have passed the Empress Dock, you are clear to proceed.
That's well copied.
Yeah, it's just about to say that over on Forley, we often see flares flaring, big orange flares flaring away as they burn off various different chemicals. In fact, you could just about see one on the right-hand side of the screen. It was a bit dim. But there was an announcement in the press from Exxon, run a refinery there. They should be burning hydrogen flares, so apparently we'll be seeing bright blue flares. Not sure when. Over the next couple of days. Oh, look at that dark sky again.
VTS, Iona.
Iona, VTS.
VTS, Iona. Medical disembarkation complete. We're starting to single up shortly, requesting permission to sail 46.
Yep, lines coming in.
Iona, VTS. Yep, you're clear to proceed.
Thank you, and I'm working towards 74.
74, understood.
Now, we've got medical emergency. Hopefully, not much of a problem. I saw a few people in the chat say they've had medical emergencies, and once they got to hospital, it was all fine, no problems. I think they're just very cautious on the ships, because obviously you can't really want to be taking people away from a country with fine hospitals. So that's good. Medical emergency is off board. So we had a couple of lines come in. Keep an eye on the stern. And that'll be Iona headed off to the fjords, as per usual. What shipmate Margaret? Oh, I think so. Paul from Love Cruises answered the question. I was just reading backwards. Yes, I'm more than welcome to install more cameras. It's just trying to find locations. I've got a couple in the works, but it's just really slow. People aren't necessarily... People always come up with ideas why it's not a good idea. So it's quite slow. Oh, well, the shipmate BWD 14 said, "Ahoy, Captain. Thanks to Dancing Man recommendation. Went there a few weeks ago. We enjoyed a nice evening there before our Azamara Quest departure."
Carol meeting, BTS, Kirkout, Marine Sound below us, thank you. And no immediate traffic for
Azamara Quest. Yeah, that's a great ship, mate. I hope you had a good cruise on that one. Yes, the Dancing Man is excellent. It's won best beer in, well, I say Hampshire or Southampton. I'm not quite entirely sure where. They have a great selection on board. Sorry, great selection on board. They have a great selection in the bar of various different ales, all made by themselves. They produce a number of stouts, a number of dark red beers, a number of lighter beers. I think they even make a cider these days. Well, they a couple of sours. In fact, I've not even tried the sours. It's very interesting. Whole range of beers. They're very friendly. Lovely buildings. It's a medieval building. So quite good to go to. And of course, very close here to the Port of Southampton, right opposite the Red Funnel Terminal. Well, the shipmate Breeze 1470 doesn't each ship have a doctor on board. Yes, they do have a doctor on board, but their facilities are somewhat limited. So if you're in port, near enough to port, it's better to offload the patient, especially if it's a more complicated medical emergency. In fact, a good friend of mine is a ship's doctor, and I was talking to her about it. It appears that most of the work that the ship doctor undertakes falls into two categories. One is repairing the crew when they damage themselves. Quite a lot of that goes on, if you can imagine. It's a fairly hazardous environment working on a ship, plus they do rock about. And the other thing was crew trying to get sick days. So trying to persuade the ship's doctor. They weren't feeling very well, had a bit of a sniffle, and fancied a day in their bunk. And really, the passenger complaints were few and far between, really. Well, the shipmate Nicholas Saw says Nab Tower. Ooh, yeah. Nab Tower. I think she's talking about a camera location. I hope she is anyway. Nab Tower. That would be a great location for a camera. In fact, there we go. I'll show you where the Nab Tower is, and you can see what she's talking about. There we go. Here is the Isle of Wight, so we're up here. The ships come around here, and the Nab Tower is here. And most things pass by the Nab Tower. In fact, the Nab Tower is slightly sinking. It was only supposed to be a temporary structure, and I'm thinking it's slowly sinking on one side. It's a bit wonky. Well, the shipmate Commander Bragg says, cool contrast with the sun and the dark clouds. Yeah, it's really come up quite dark, isn't it? I might zoom out just a touch. We've just had a sort of rolling dark... Oh, that wrong. We had a rolling dark clouds this afternoon. There's the city of Chichester there, just going by the side. Still got lots of red buses down there. But yeah, they've had some really dark clouds coming in. They're whizzing past. So if you look the other way, heading over towards, looking northerly, effectively, rather than southerly, and you see it's quite bright. And even over on Cowes, it's looking fairly bright on the mainland now.
BTS, Red Falcon, Northwest Alien, permission to continue, please.
Oh, looks like the lines are coming in.
Red Falcon with you. You may proceed at 50.
Oh, copied.
Oh, yeah, one line in at the stern, so yep. Oh, maybe I'll put the microphone on so that we get a good bit of honkage. As long as it's not too loud. Yeah, it's not too loud today. Well, the shipmate Michelle Roberts says the husband had a medical emergency in Christmas 2023, medically disembarked in Madeira. Had to spend Xmas and New Year in Madeira. Medical bill from Iona was £2,800 for 2 nights in the medical bay. I did see that when I was on Norwegian Aqua. I looked up outside the medical bay. They had the pricing of various things. I can't forget, it was like a dislocated knee or a stitches or something, and yeah, most of the things were €500 or more. It wasn't anything particularly cheap. Just a few more lines left on Iona. It does feel to me like it's getting hotter, but I think it's just the humidity. 85% humidity. Yeah, it's quite humid, isn't it? Tide is on the flood. Well, shipmate Chris Hopper, it says, for railway nerds, of which I am one, those blue tenty things, he's talking about the bottom left-hand corner of the screen there, are car-carrying railway wagons, probably from Morris Oxford. Yes, I believe they are, shipmates. In fact, I've been walking down to Ocean Village before now, and you have to stop while the train goes past, carrying loads and loads and loads of minis. Still got a couple of lines attaching Iona before she heads off. I need to head off to my barbecue, which I'm not entirely sure if I need to take a jumper, an umbrella, or a t-shirt. Maybe all three. It is the British summer after all. Shipmate Alistair Adams said, had to miss Oldham due to high winds, 7 metre swell. Oh, yeah, that's pretty decent, 7 metre swell. Gosh. excellent police runner Hades. Oh, in case you're wondering, there are a number of blue buses down there as well. Yes, he's posted a link to a webpage that explains why all these buses, red buses, are down here. It's for Transport for London. There'll be a whole lot of electric buses for them. Well, looks like we've got the Wittonia there, coming back into Empress Dock. There you go, there's some red buses. Oh, look, just as I move the camera away, of course, it looks like all the lines are now coming in on Iona. Yep, all lines coming in. Assume that's the same at the stern. Yep, Iona's on the move. I'll put the outside microphone on in anticipation. In fact, I'll even turn the radio off. How about that? Yep, all lines are now in. Iona tends to have quite a quiet horn, same as Avia. It's sort of powerful, but just quiet. Well, the shipmate, Sean, clearly. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. We are here watching the departure of Iona, waiting with bated breath for her to honk her horns. Well, the shipmate, Mr. Phillipson, would get the flag out, but not sure how successful it would be in the wind. Yeah, it is pretty windy. Just moving away carefully from the dock side at the moment. There we go, a couple of gentle hoots there from Iona. Iona heading off to the fjords. 7-day round trip to the fjords. And she's calling in at Stavanger in Norway, Olden in Norway, Heliset in Norway, Haugesund in Norway, and then arriving back in the wonderful port of Southampton. Turn that down. That's some dramatic looking skyline out there, isn't there? Well, I hope you enjoyed the broadcast, shipmates. Unfortunately, I do need to nip off from my barbecue. I blame that on Iona's late departure, but I also need to depart myself. Well, back tomorrow for 2 cruise ships tomorrow, I think. Is it 2 tomorrow? Yes, 2 tomorrow. The Arvia and the Independence of the Seas. Then Monday, we've got Mega Monday with 5 cruise ships departing here from port, and potentially 6 if you include the one from the Chaos Triangle. We'll have to see if we can see that one. Could be a bit tricky. So that's a Mega Monday. So make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss out on any of our live streams content. Just like to thank all of my PayPal donors, patrons, members of the channel, and of course most of all the Blue Spanner crew for helping out not only in this live stream but all the other live streams. Right, shipmates, I do need to part for my barbecue. I've got my umbrella, jumper, raincoat, jacket, Wellingtons, everything required for an English barbecue. And I shall see you all next time. Till next time, shipmates.
Virtuosa, Iona.
Iona, Virtuosa.
Virtuosa, Iona, we're backing out of Ocean Dock now, swing bow to starboard. What are your intentions, please?
Yeah, Iona, Virtuosa, are you happy with that?
Celebrity Apex, please, yeah. Celebrity Apex, please, yes. No reports inbound traffic for you. Red Eagle VTS will receive traffic information. Coral Meetings west Bramble and onto the west. And the Iona currently departing for 46 southbound. Clear, John? Red Eagle VTS, yeah, Coral Meetings out to the west.
Virtuosa, Iona.
Yeah, Iona, Virtuosa.
Yeah, we're backing out at 46 now. Apologies, radio went down. Your intentions, please.
Yeah, I've just stopped here. I'm pushing her over towards the Orion leader, if you're happy with that, over.
Okay, yeah, tuck in nice and tight towards the key, please.
Yeah, will do.
Call me, same GPS. Call me, same GPS. No, put the traffic in. Head off, baby. Yes, check out.